Shield plus plus. Would that be a good name for it? That's what I've been calling it. How about more like ammo? Plus shield plus? Nah. Sounds too much like run, Forrest, run. Anyway, I think Smith & Wesson are just calling it the Shield Plus Optics Ready. Their marketing department hasn't called me with any job offers yet, so I guess that's just their loss. I shot the gun a bunch with the iron sights. Once I mount an optic, it kind of becomes all about the optic, at least for me. You know, do I like the reticle? Did I zero it properly? Is it too bright? Is it too dim? Is it coming loose with recoil? You get the idea. I start thinking too much about the reticle and not about the gun. But of course, it is an optics-ready pistol, so I mounted an optic on it, and I did some shooting. And I have experiences to share about that, which I think are relevant. So the first thing I want to do with this new M&P Shield Plus that has the optics cut in the slide and the upgraded sights is I want to try it without an optic. So I'm just left the cover plate on, and I want to see just how the sights themselves might improve the gun, because not everybody who buys an optics ready pistol is necessarily going to slap an optics on it right off the bat. Some people just want to have that option down the road, but they don't necessarily want to carry the gun that way. So the question for me was, are these new upgraded sights going to make any kind of a significant difference over the regular 3-dot sights that come with the M&P Shield Plus? So I just happen to have both of them right here. Let's do a simple test. 12 yards down range is a target with 2 dots on it. One is labeled plus, that would be the regular plus. The other one is labeled plus plus, because for lack of a better name, that's what I have named it, the Shield Plus Plus. I'm going to start out with the regular white 3-dot configuration on the regular Shield Plus. I'm shooting Herter's target ammo, made in the USA, by the way. 115 grain ball. And I'm going to do my very best to make it a complete tie. I want both of these groups to be perfect. I'm not trying to favor one over the other. Okay, there is those 5, or there are those 5. And I think I got one high, it looks like, maybe. Hard to really see from back here, but it looks like the group is not bad, but it's in the higher part of the dot, and that's okay. I'm going to use the same hold point with now the Shield Plus Plus. If Smith & Wesson starts calling it the Shield Plus Plus, they owe me money. I have timestamp on this video. All right, same drill, 5 rounds of Herter's. So I've got the orange front sight and the tritium dots on the rear. And, you know, it's hard to say right now. Orange against orange is an interesting contest, really. It was easier to see the white dot. All right, and there are those 5. And I don't know, I'm gonna have to go look at the target a little closer to see, but it looks like they were, they're pretty close. So I'm thinking, and I'll tell you, regardless of what that looks like downrange, just from shooting those 2, in this particular condition, I actually had an easier time seeing the 3 white dots, although I was
paying more attention on the top of the front sight blade being level with the top of the rear sight. So I was focused more on that than I was on either of the dots. But as far as the dots go, it was easier to see the white one in this circumstance. All right, just for fun, I'm going to shoot a whole box of steel cased ammo. Tula. Stuff that is now rare. Ain't that a shame? Anyway, not every gun likes steel cased ammo particularly well. I have found it to be probably 70% of the guns are perfectly okay with it, and maybe 30% have some issue. I don't remember whether I had shot steel cased through the Shield Plus originally, so why not try it today? All right, I'm going to put a box of it downrange at those steel targets. Those are, by the way, from my friends at TA Targets. And there's a discount code down below where you can save 10%, and that is nothing at which to sneeze. Make me look like a loser right at the end. Yep. Now this new one, I haven't tried the slide release yet. Oh, it almost felt like it was going to move. Nope. Try it with the opposing thumb. All right. So you can use your support hand to release it, but a little tough with the shooting hand. All right, let's just go for the flapping target here in the middle with the vital zone, mini vital zone to be specific. Well, the ammo is not a problem, that's for sure. Okay. Among these micro Miracle 9s, as I've referred to them, you know, these higher capacity, tiny pocket-sized pistols, which really is a modern marvel, I think. The Shield is one of the most ergonomic among all of them. It is such a joy. If you like the M&P Shield, then you will definitely like the Shield Plus, because as I had mentioned previously, it is barely bigger. That's kind of an interesting group right there. You see how I put them all a little bit to the left and a little bit to the low left. So that might be telling me something about what I'm doing when I'm missing those much smaller plates, which by the way, Both the square ones and the small ones are 6 inches in size, either diameter or squareness, and they're about 15 yards down range, so they are a little bit challenging, but you would think as much as I shoot I'd be able to hit them without any problem, but no.
I decided to go with the Crimson Trace because it seemed the most compatible, and I know there's also a brand relationship there, so I thought maybe a good combo. So I bought a brand new CTS 1550 Crimson Trace, and I could tell as soon as I got it to the range that it was far from zero. So I tried to zero it, but it was defective. It would not adjust at all for windage. Okay, so let's make lemonade. I went to Crimson Trace, went to their website. I followed their process to make a warranty claim. I did this on the weekend. I did it using my own name. First thing Monday, I had a response asking me to send a serial number for the Optic. I did that, and the same day I got the notice that the replacement was on its way. It arrived in just a couple days. The one you see in the range work in this video is the replacement, which worked just fine. Why am I telling you all this? Because customer service is king. And when someone nails it, like Crimson Trace did, that deserves some credit. Not that this channel is big or that the name Just an Opinion really means anything to anyone in the firearms industry or beyond. But just to be sure, I used my real name, and I never once hinted that there was a review or a YouTube channel involved in all this. Best I can tell, I got the same exact treatment that everybody gets when they have customer service issues with a Crimson Trace product. And that service happens to be excellent. Oddly, I shot the gun to the left with both the open sights and the Optic. I think it must be me. Perhaps I need a little bit more range practice with the Shield Plus, but I really do like this gun a lot.
Well, there's definitely no doubt about it. Winter is coming. It's getting a little cold and a little gray and definitely breezy. Who all likes winter? Show of hands. Let me see those hands. Who loves wintertime? You people are freaks. I hate winter. Older I get, the more I hate winter. All right, I know some of you are going to be disappointed or upset or just pout if I don't put a few on paper with the dot and with some good ammo. So I have the Crimson Trace Optic on the pistol, and I have not touched the zero on it. I shot some test rounds. Looks like it's close enough. And at the end of the day, the group should be on paper, and that's all we need to look at. So I'm going to put some Sig Sauer V-Crown rounds from just 10 yards downrange offhand at this target, just to sort of assess the whole package. All right, there we go. That's not too bad. This is definitely a good option for a carry gun with a carry optic on it. The Crimson Trace fits it really nice too because it's nice and slim. There are a handful of those optics that do fit nice on this M&P Plus, and there are at least one I know of that doesn't. I'll go over that list for you in a bit.
Of the micro optics for slim guns, I tried all the ones that I have available on for size and fit. Here's the rundown. Crimson Trace is a perfect fit. Sig Romeo Zero is a perfect fit. Holosun 570K will not fit. It looks like it should. Has the right pattern. It fits on the gun, but it will not seat all the way down properly on this pistol. The Hex Wasp is a perfect fit. You've already heard my review of the Shield Plus, and if not, go back and look at that. It's a pretty in-depth review. The gun gets a really high recommendation for me, whether it's the Optic Cut or not the Optic Cut. I really do like the Shield Plus. It makes sense to me to get the Optics Ready version if you're thinking about getting a Shield Plus, if you even think that you might someday want to mount an Optic. Options are good. The top things I like about the Shield Plus Plus: ergonomics, reliability, the trigger, which is very nice, size versus capacity. It's really got it all. There is only one thing I don't like: the slide release. Still, this will always be on my don't like column for a Smith & Wesson handgun until they change that. Yes, I know what some of your other opinions are. You can hold those. I already know them. Thank you. Hey, if you've stuck with me this long, thanks. Please smush or crush or stomp the like button for this video. It really does help. And if you don't subscribe, please consider doing that so you won't miss future reviews and shenanigans from yours truly. Thanks, as always, to my Patreon supporters, people who are willing to step up and help the gun reviews and related videos stay alive on YouTube. See you next time.